Welcome to perhaps our final episodic anime summer 2025 tier list, where I go over the most recent episodes, Sunday being the cutoff, and rate them in how high I felt. It's getting to that weird period of time where a couple animes are already over, some animes are, about to be over. So I think that this tier list will probably be again the last episodic one. I know that next week there's going to be some animes here and there that's going to have a finale, but it's okay because the final tier list that we'll do next week will, for anything that hasn't completed, I'll give you an individual episode like tier, and then I'll judge the overall together in one video. So let's just start listing in the finale reactions. So again, this is a finale tier list. Arknights, I would still put it at like greater good. Again, these are, I'm not going to go into too much detail about the stuff that's already been over. I'm just going to place them based on, I think, how I felt about it. Maybe my opinion changed. Krivatez actually peak. Genuine chills. It was masterful writing in how they made Luna the baby start walking. That scene with the baby walking was so fucking hype. Why? Because it's all about like the context of what it means for the baby to walk. For Clint to like give up on Luna, for him to give up on his goals, and Alicia to remind him like, look back, look at that kid. And like the way that the music was swelling up and Luna was walking, and it's like a baby's first moments, like, oh my god, that's like the most epic baby walking scene. I don't think there's any other scenes like that in anime, right? But like it's like a monumental moment in real life. And for that to happen in an anime episode during like the climax of everything happening, like that shit was genuine chills. Alicia versus Drill, also crazy good. The episode itself was just Sakuga masterpiece, and it leads into future plot points. Season 2, right? We want to know multiple books of Toa, what this ancient human species was, and for, Krivatez to understand what magic is. So he's going to become like a magic teacher as a disguise for season 2. Looks like it's going to be a fun arc. I'm glad that I stuck through it. I know that a lot of people dropped this along the way, but still, definitely I'd call this a hidden gem. I would call this a hidden gem. Not many people were, too excited about it after the first couple episodes, but I think that this was a solid anime. Next up, I think that we put Lord of Mysteries and To Be Hero X in God tier before, right? So I'm just gonna, again, placeholders there. Sakamoto Days, I think I placed it in great as well for the finale. Dandadan, I think I placed it in peak, probably. I'm not gonna lie, maybe I enjoyed Krivatez's moment more than Dandadan scenes. I don't know. Let's see. Anything else that's concluded? Mikadono, I think I would place the final episode somewhere like here. It was a very wholesome conclusion with Miwa's arc. Let's see. Anything else? Call the Night finale was just good. I think that the finale is again a very empty episode, as they didn't really know what they're gonna do. Are they gonna tease with the Kiku stuff? Nah, it was a very simple just wrap up episode, so it's good. But I think the season itself is peak. And that is pretty much it for the stuff that has concluded. All right, now, most recent episode of Yuri Anime. I hear this shit got a season 2. What the fuck? Like what? But then again, Vending Machine Isekai got a season 3. This anime episode, Ajisai stuff, it pissed me off, made me angry. The conclusion was that she is going to double down on her cowardness and let everyone else take what's hers from her, because she is the type that is okay with everyone else being happy at the cost of her own happiness. And that's a terrible fucking mindset to have. But apparently it's not over yet. Apparently there's like one more episode that came out yesterday, and it's gonna be like a nuclear bombshell. So okay, we'll see about that. We'll see if the Ajisai arc is truly done just yet. Water Magician. A lot of people are really mad at Water Magician episode. There was even a Reddit thread that went pretty viral. Not viral, but it had a lot of hundreds of comments and upvotes complaining about what the fuck was that flashback. To me, I actually enjoyed the flashback. I thoroughly enjoyed the flashback of Oscar, the Inferno Magician. There was some absurdity of the same bandit attacking multiple times. That bandit has it out for Oscar, man. It was tragic, but it was also low-key kind of funny, because there's a lot of just stuff to just make fun of in terms of, I don't know, production value or like the character designs, or even just like the absurdness again of the bandit pulling up again. The princess getting launched off, and then Nils catching her. Like, what the fuck? The physics was not physicking, but I shouldn't be focusing too much about that. I thought it was a fun episode, straight up. I thought it was a enjoyable episode, genuinely. But again, the quality has fallen off so far that it is a shame what's happened to this anime. Fragrant Flower, peak. Absolutely peak episode. First half dealt with, what was it? First half dealt with Subaru's insecurity. It was honestly ridiculous in the way that she's saying, do I have the human rights to hang out with you guys? It's like, chill the fuck out, girl. It ain't that deep, but we know why she's like that. Saku kind of kicked water at her in a very supportive way. It's very Saku-like. The stuff with Rintaro and Waguri later on with the fires, thank God, because Dress Up Darling fucked me up. Dress Up Darling made me so fucking mad. But like, thank God Fragrant Flowers just like saved that. Speaking of Dress Up Darling, I hated this shit. Genuinely. Here's a hot take. Maybe that's not really hot. I think that this last arc was fucking garbage. I think that if this season of Dress Up Darling didn't have the festival arc with, you know, the cross-dressing, you know, bento scene stuff, if that wasn't in this season, I would rate this anime a fucking 7, maybe a high 6 out of 10, simply based on the fact that Cloverworks gives amazing production value. Like, the story elements, aside from the festival arc, is fucking ass. What happened in the beginning? Meeting Amane stuff? Okay, sure. That was kind of nice. Kind of reiterating the theme of, like, you know, doing what you want to do and not caring about what others will judge you for. Sure, okay, that's kind of nice. The development between Gojo and Marin literally didn't even fucking happen this season. Straight up, it's just still stagnant. Nothing fucking changes. The only thing that actually changes is Gojo being accepted, or letting himself accept, like, basically, this season was more about introducing more supporting cast characters, right? New friends, like Noah's group, Miwa's, Marin's group, as well as the guy friends, and how they're all supportive of Gojo, and that really came to light in the festival arc. That was really beautiful. And then the college girl stuff, you know, Suzuka, whatever her name is, and her friends. That stuff at the final arc was just a fucking nothing burger. Akira's like foreshadowing was also just the most disingenuous misdirection. That is so fucking cheap that, oh, she was just a glazer the entire time. Wow, that was amazing. Wow, I'm so glad that you did this. Like, it genuinely pissed me the fuck off. And then the confession scene leading to a fucking selfie. Like, are you fucking serious? Straight up trash. No, I'm genuinely so fucking upset at this arc because they spent like 3 fucking episodes building up side character development that we don't really give a fuck about. Akira's being teased, but it's like, okay. The only good part about this fucking arc in terms of character development might be Juju-sama, right? Honju and Shinju and them like kind of like seeing eye to eye and accepting each other and letting the sisters cosplay together and be different types of body, that it's okay to be something else. Like, that's nice, but like, let's get serious, right? Like, who gives a fuck about that? We want the main character development. That shit didn't fucking happen. The only development maybe is Marin, like, what? Being more obsessive, like, romantically for Gojo, sure, but like nothing came like of that. And like, I'm just, and listen, if they didn't set up the premise that she was gonna confess, I wouldn't be upset, right? I genuinely would not be upset. But it's the fact that you set these fucking expectations and you gave such a half-assed resolution, and on top of that, like the Akira reveal too, so fucking disrespectful to the fucking viewers, man. I'm genuinely fucking pissed off. What's going on in Alicia X's life? How did you feel about Dress Up Darling? Did you watch My Dress Up Darling season 2 finale? Because we're doing a tier list right now, and we're talking about that episode, and I don't want to spoil it for you if you haven't seen it. You did? I'm fucking pissed off. The finale was fucking so frustrating. Straight up, listen, like, straight up, if the festival arc didn't happen in the season 2 of Dress Up Darling, I think this season of anime is fucking 7 out of 10, maybe a high 6, simply based on the fact that Cloverworks put godlike fucking production value into it. Like, other than the festival arc, the final fucking stretch was like 3 fucking episodes of setup of characters that people don't really care about. Akira's foreshadowing being the most disingenuous misdirection. Oh, she was the fan this entire time? Fuck you. Everything you've shown me tells us that she was feeling negative towards Marin. It's just like, oh, it's Hime-sama. And then the fucking, oh my god. Bro, it's just, fuck me. Fuck me. And then the confession? The confession was, oh, a selfie. I just felt like I got robbed. I felt like it was a scam. And again, if those expectations were not placed, I wouldn't be mad. It's the fact that you got my hopes up and you fucked me in the finale. At least the festival arc was great though, right? At least the festival arc with the bento cosplay cross-dressing, you know, and Gojo and Marin saying, I will win #1 scene. That was genuine chills, but everything else fucking pisses me off. You should go watch this though. Alicia, if you haven't watched this one, right here, Fragrant Flower, check it out. Genuinely amazing rom-com done by the same studio. And I think, oh, she is watching it. Great, great, great. I loved it, bro. You're on episode 4. Okay, no spoilers, no spoilers. But my god, the developments in this show is just such a feels-good anime. Genuinely such a fucking feels-good anime. Series peak the school festival? I think so too, bro. I think so too. Shoutouts to Alicia. If you guys don't know, what are you doing here, bro? You should know by now. Please go check out Alicia. Follow her for more reaction content like this. I hope you had a good stream. Get some rest. And we're going to be going forward with the other episode tier list. Remember, this is the episode tier list, okay? We're not doing a season tier list right now. Most recent episode of Gachakuda, I think, is either in great, if not peak. Let's place it in great for now. Let's try to undershoot. So, I really appreciated the maniacal schizo aura from Amo. Like, the moment that you saw her thighs, the ribbon, like, stitching, you should have realized something is off. It felt like we were stuck in a horror movie with a character that has so much power, and we're like, please don't crash out. Please don't crash out, you know? It felt like I was in a hostage situation, and I'm trying to, like, be like, girl, I'm here for peace. Please don't crash out, right? And god damn, her voice acting, the facial reactions. I don't know how I felt about the Bugs Bunny teeth that she had. Low-key reminded me of Jabber's teeth, but overall, the episode was so menacing because of Amo. We got to see some more powers from other, you know, teammates of the cleaners, right? The guy with the hose gun. I think the ending, right, teases at the threads. We'll see about that. I think that engine is gone right now for whatever reason. Maybe it's all part of the plan. The threads, maybe it's used to like control or puppeteer, you know, bodies. So in this current like struggle against a girl who can control others, maybe this power will perfectly counter it. But overall, great episode if not peak. I'll put it here for now. Summer Hikaru died. Most recent episode was more sus. Confronting dad stuff. The dad saying, mom is too strong, that's why I don't talk to her anymore, is fucking crazy. Like, what are you talking about? I think it's very obvious at this point that Hikaru's dad and Yoshiki's dad were fucking. Listen. Like the lines are implying it. I'm exaggerating, definitely, but I think that they were definitely fucking. Anyways, what else was there? Hikaru losing control and then taking over Yoshiki for a bit. Yeah, I think the episode was probably great. Yeah, I think it was a fun episode. It was. Next up, Grand Blue episode was partying on the island. It was just a good episode. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. Just fun. Just fun shenanigans, drinking, the classic Grand Blue stuff. The relationship romance between Chisa, Iori, as well as Otoya, because, you know, femboy stuff. That's kind of a funny triangle happening right now. What else was there? That's pretty much it. Just a chill party episode. We have a finale to watch today. We'll see how it concludes. And season 3, I mean, that shit already got announced. It was like announced as a teaser back then, but yeah, it was okay. 7th Prince episode, I would say, was probably great. Yeah, it was a great episode. It was getting back to the fight versus Gitan with Lloyd. When Gitan summoned 10 more minions, I was like, oh, we don't have enough episodes to cover these individual fights. What are we doing right now? But no. Lloyd simply just one-shot them all as a display of power. The backstory with Gitan was exactly what we thought it was going to be. Still tragic, very sad. I don't think it's over just yet though, right? I think that the finale will show us like one more big fight, because right now, listen, the fight was pretty flashy, but I think that season 1 was way better in terms of how they, you know, concluded with their crazy fight, right? So I'm expecting the finale to maybe pop off, but so far it looks like everything's done. I just hope that Gitan has one more for another episode. Apocalypse Bringer Minogra, I think I'll put it at peak. This shit was actually like haunting. Man. Like, Isla dying is something I didn't expect. I thought the children might die low-key for Isla to pop off. But no, it's the mom died for the children to pop off. And like, God, the overall direction again, because of the soundtrack, is so good. It sets the tone of this helplessness as we go through this broken-ass like event mechanic. This like, we already beat the bad guy. We already beat the boss. But the boss has like a suicide mechanic where it's like, nah, I'm taking one of you with me. And then Isla dies, and the way that she offers her heart to the children, because the children, again, Isla was like a second mom to them. And the children already had a mom that they had to eat in the past to survive. And the guilt that's built up, we already went through that. And for them to literally repeat, but this time, like, they gain hero powers, but at what cost? They straight up talking like fucking ReZero archbishops now. Crazy maniacal monologues about love. It's haunting. The powers are terrifying. And we get rid of the harpy girl and the bald mechanic guy immediately. But damn, at what cost, man? Great episode, peak episode even. I just wish that again, the animation qualities were better. But this is the thing. This is the thing again, right? Water Magician, easily Mogs, Apocalypse Bringer Minogra. Yet why do we never complain about Apocalypse Bringer Minogra? Because Water Magician showed you that they're capable of giving you high quality production value. Minogra never did that, but Minogra's story is so good and the direction is great and how they translate the story. So even with mid-animation, I'm just appreciative of the story being translated. Well, Water Magician, it's like, we're entitled, you know? We know exactly how great it was, but now it's so fucking dog shit that it is getting a rating that is probably harsher than what it deserves, because again, the expectation that was raised, that's what happens. The worst thing possible you can do is to let people know that you are capable of doing this much and then under-deliver after. Always hide your power level. It's better to pop off with some Sakuga scenes at the end and give people a great recency bias like Blue Lock Season 2 rather than start off so strong and then have that shit fall off for the rest of the season. Silent Witch. Bernie arc was pretty rushed. Maybe not rushed, but the pacing felt really fucking fast. The conclusion of Bernie's arc was also Bernie just kind of saving Monica in a way that kind of pisses me off, because he didn't really learn anything. Like, he's aware that he is trash compared to Monica, and he obviously is jealous and wants to like be held in a higher prestige. But like the way that he saved her was like, oh, you owe me kind of deal, you know? It was less of like, oh, my bad, I'm a sinner, but more of like, I'm gonna double down on my shittiness, but I'm gonna help you out here too. I say it was a great episode. I say it was a great episode. It was a fun episode. It popped off, and we got to get a little bit more of like world building in the Empire. The Empire sent like some sort of shape-shifting magician guy, and remember, the overall plot still is the second prince gonna get assassinated due to political warfare, and Monica being the bodyguard. And that's pretty much it. Here, again, Dress of Dawn score is really, really fucking harsh right now. Nothing is even in mid, and I put this down here. Alright, let's be really harsh. Let's recalibrate and be really harsh with the ratings again. If I want to be really, really harsh, I think that Water Magician and Yuri Anime probably should be down here. It probably should be. It's not bad, it's just enjoyable. But like, let's see. Anything else? Low-key, all these should be down here. Let's just, again, very harsh rating right now. Maybe I put down Hikaru down here. Maybe I put Arknight's finale down here too. Sakamoto Days finale. Low-key didn't really have much either. It was just like the conclusion wrap-up stuff, right? And introducing, you know, like a new arc stuff. So maybe I put it down here too. It was alright. Doesn't mean it's bad. Anything else? The more I thought about it, the more I realized Dan, was it really that peak? I don't know how I felt really about the kaiju fight now that I think about it. The kaiju fight, remember that? The kaiju versus the mecha stuff? It was, the premise is cool, but the overall fight is just kind of sluggish. I don't know. It was okay. I think the biggest surprise was the ending with the new character reveal. It was alright. It was alright. Maybe I would also just kind of put these down here. Maybe I would demote this down here. Yeah, if I wanted to be really, really harsh, I'm going to rate it like this. But again, this final rating with the recalibration is an extremely harsh rating where I might not really mean it. Next week, we'll do a final tier list of the season. We'll cover any episodes that hasn't finished yet as like its individual finale tier. But on top of that, I will give you my overall ratings and we'll wrap up summer. That's it from me. Bye-bye.